Welcome Pisces to your February 2020 reading. Guys, we have two cards already that have just sprung out of the pack as I've been preparing. Six of Water. This is really connecting into the astrology. First of all, guys, welcome and happy birthday for some of you as we move into Pisces on the 19th. Just after, a couple of days after, Mercury moves into retrograde, also in your sign. You have Neptune in your sign still. So, I mean, just a lot of massive amounts of higher levels of illumination, but you could feel a bit out at sea with some of this stuff that's going on, guys. Really interesting that the two cards that showed up as I was just preparing, Six of Water and Queen of Earth. Ground your ideas. There's a wonderful connection with Jupiter at the beginning of this month for you guys. Really wonderful connection, particularly around the full moon in Leo on the 9th. So really open yourself up to, step into your own space of dream time is what I want to say. Really hold your higher vision. Allow yourself to vision in everything that you might like. And you may also, though, need to remain anchored, grounded in order to take steps towards initiating that process of manifestation. So these are our first two cards for you guys. So Pisces, Sun in Pisces, Moon in Pisces, Pisces Rising, and anyone cross-watching for anyone else, welcome. For those of you that are returning and are already following my readings, thank you so much for your likes, shares, comments. Guys, you are amazing. Your support of me and your support of one another is just absolutely awesome. Anyone new to this channel, I'm Jenny Florence. I do big monthly readings, I do some energy updates, I put a lot of free stuff into the world, I do weekly readings, so do check out the information box below where you'll find out all kinds of stuff that you can access, extra resources if you wish, including an opportunity to win a free private reading. We're getting to that time. Literally in the next few days I will be drawing a subscriber name out of the hat and making that announcement. So guys, let's first of all just going to tune in with these cards, and we're going to draw a spirit animal guide for you first of all, just to sit with these two beautiful cards. Wow. Electric Eel Spirit. You're not the only sign that's actually had this card. But bring your ideas to life, tuning in with the cards that we have already. And that connection, Jupiter, the planet of expansion, of broader visions, optimism, renewed optimism, hope, big ideas, and, connected in with Neptune in your sign and Mercury coming in already there, actually. It's just, there's so much opportunity to gain insight, wisdom, but you do need to ground it. You need to keep yourself grounded. This is the bringing your ideas to life. This is the art of manifestation. I sometimes get, emails from people and they say kind of, I didn't get the blessings that I thought I was going to get. And, I've been waiting. And manifestation, sometimes it's about waiting, sometimes it's about taking action. Sometimes we need to dream big, and sometimes we also need to take the actions to make those dreams, the initial steps to make that possible. It's like if the universe offers us a doorway, we need to step through it. But yeah, this is a time, and as I said, happy birthday for some of you guys. So this is in effect a new year, this period of time, and as we come into March. But with Neptune in your sign already and Mercury retrograding, massive opportunities for real, deep, spiritual, divine connection. Let's move these away. And we're going to be drawing from this tarot pack and also them runes. I've already shuffled these cards actually, so. Judgment. This is a space of evaluation. Time of evaluation, like a reckoning almost. You're weighing things up. It's more than just weighing things up as well. Bear with me if I go a little quiet while I'm doing this. I just really like just to connect in and see where we're going with these. Yeah, that's the one. Card of Victory. That's nice. Two of Swords. And the Magician. Awesome. Magical. Okay, so where you guys are at right now, I'm going to place these here. We should be well into camera. I'm going to shift everything over because we're going to be drawing a lot more cards and some runes as well. I say a lot more. I'll just go with whatever I hear. But let's place these here. We're going to be drawing from another tarot pack in just a moment. That I do know. The Judgment card is a reckoning. It's like a weighing up. It's now if we have been walking a pathway we're pretty much on target, as it were, then it feels like a confirmation and a validation. But if we've been off target or we've been resistant to change, then it can feel as though things are a little bit heavy or a bit it's back to that Neptune energy, you guys. I always think Neptune comes in like waves on a beach. It's like one moment we get a gentle lapping of waves. It's really nourishing, and then suddenly a wave comes crashing in and it can be like a tsunami and we can feel like we're out at sea. You're having to handle this kind of energy. You're needing to learn to basically to manage that level, those surges of energy as they come in. You know, sometimes you're going to need to surf the waves. Sometimes you're going to need to tread water. Sometimes you're going to need to drop anchor. Sometimes you're going to need to dive. You know, when in deep water, become a diver. That's the Neptunian energy that's around, and it's a slow-moving planet, so it's around for a while for you guys. And of course it's your ruling planet, so huge opportunities for significant shifts and changes, but that doesn't always mean it's easy. Judgment card here, please don't judge. Please, and by that I mean don't dive into that inner criticism. Please, kindness, compassion. I mean, again, lovely energy of this. This is all about kindness, compassion. I mean, she's giving to you. It's wonderful. I just want to show you this card up again. You know, she's offering to support. She's offering love. I mean, this is a really lovely, lovely energy. And when we talk about when in deep water, become a diver, I mean, she's under the water. Everything around her is floating. There is a gorgeous energy here. But it is this sort of, there's an offering up to you. And there is that need for you to learn to, literally kind of learn to swim or to dive or to float, whatever that is. The reckoning, this is just where it's at right now. There's always a pivotal shift as you move into your birthday times. It's a new year for you guys. Six of Wands is awesome. This is a card of victory. You know, whatever you are processing, whatever you're working through, whatever you're evaluating, whatever the reckoning is, you guys have a card of victory. That's lovely. And there's a public acknowledgement of this. So if you are looking at shifting in your career, somehow there's some kind of validation, or you work out what it is you want to do, or something gets rubber stamped, something gets validated. Two of Swords, you're coming out of a period of conflict. Something has been causing you difficulty. That's part of this evaluation, part of the reckoning, part of what this is about. There has been an area of conflict, but I would say during February you come through it, you know, and actually you come through it in a space of higher awareness. It's kind of like here we have the Magician, the card of manifestation. It's your birthday. What would you like to create? How are you going to bring your ideas to life? How are you going to ground your dreams, your visions? You know, really, if you're able to, Pisces, really give yourselves an opportunity in this month of February, especially when the sun moves into your sign and when Mercury is in retrograde in your sign. Mercury retrogrades, I know everybody sort of worries about them, or not worries, but you know, they can be a pain in the proverbial, really. You know, we get delays, we get hold-ups, but you know, I always believe if we're looking as to how we can work with that energy, when Mercury is in retrograde, just hearing the runes speak to us, I'm just going to kind of bring them in and sit with them as I'm talking. When Mercury retrogrades, we are called to slow down, to reflect, to ponder, and for you guys, particularly Pisces, enter that space of dream time. Start to vision in what you want, and if a doorway of opportunity opens itself, walk through it. It's kind of what I'm really hearing. It's very lovely. Okay, first rune we have, and it is the rune of the spiritual warrior, sitting here on the Judgment card. This reckoning that's going on, this evaluation, hold your pathway of integrity. That is your key to your successful passage. Okay, there's something going on. That's what I'm hearing. Six of Wands. See, integrity, always there, that pathway of the spiritual warrior. Holds us firm all of the time. Wonderful. We have the rune of harvest sitting on the card of victory. I mean, wow, guys. Yeah, this is awesome. So whatever it is you're processing, whatever you're coming through, the illumination, the guidance, I want to say the divine guidance, the support is around you. You might feel like you're being swept along by a current from time to time, or a gigantic wave. But you are being swept along with purpose and in the direction that is going to bring you kind of the fruits of your labor, really, the outcome that you desire. The rune of harvest does speak of a cycle, so to draw this at the beginning of what is effectively a new year for you guys is a powerful symbol. This is a powerful rune. You know, we can't force things to happen quickly with this rune. You know, if you sow seeds, you've got to, if you're going to, I don't know, grow a harvest, you really have to prepare the soil. You have to then sow the seeds, you have to nurture the seeds, you have to tend to them, and then eventually you bring in the harvest. And this is at the sowing seeds stage. This is the moving forwards of something. I think you're already tilling the soil. It's just you may not be entirely sure which seeds you're going to plant. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, Two of Swords, partnership. The conflict is with somebody. It's with somebody else. It's either in the partnership rune. It speaks of, sometimes it's a business partnership. It could be an intimate love partnership. It could be a partner, a former partner. It could be a close friend. But it's about your connection to another person. And the conflict has been around that. But bring your ideas to life. You're coming through this and out the other side. This rune brings a very strong message. It asks us not to collapse ourselves into the emotionality of partnership. You know, where we kind of lose sight of ourselves or we become reactive. You know, if we're in that in love stage with somebody, it's like we sort of collapse ourselves into the dreaminess of it and lose sight of reality. We're no longer grounded. If we are in a challenging situation with somebody, we can kind of get so fired up we want to retaliate. Either way, wherever you're at, don't allow your emotions to, again, don't drown in them. You know, they are there to bring you guidance, to help you to navigate. You know, the power of our emotions tells us how strongly we feel about things. But it doesn't mean we want to be reactive. We want to be responsive and keep ourselves in the driving seat. And we have this rune of strength sitting on the Magician, terminations and new beginnings. This is awesome. Bring your ideas to life. This is very much, I want to say it's a reading of manifestation. Some of them do focus more in that way than others. But it's not just manifestation. There's a very curious energy around. It's not just manifestation. It's like guided manifestation. That's what I feel like. It's like divine guidance supporting you to move in a particular direction. But you could feel a bit out at sea. As I said, sometimes when we're getting massive insights, we can sort of feel a little bit swamped. But this is really, really lovely. I'm going to draw from this little tarot pack now as well. Just shuffle into Pisces. Wow, guys, we have the Sun. What an awesome card to bring in here. New beginnings, source energy is with you. This feels like a very divine month for you guys. Extremely so, like a really, really spiritually aware month. Queen of Cups. Self-care, self-preservation, self-nurture, self-love. Source energy is with you. And this is interesting. We have a King of Wands as well. This is your energy. This is your energy, and this is the illumination, the downloads, the insights, the awareness, the vibrancy, the electricness, the light, the bringing to light that is around you this month. Queen of Cups, definitely yours, but you're turning away from someone. It's quite interesting, and we have this conflict here. It's like there's been a clash of, either a clash of desires or a clash of, there's just been a clash with somebody, I think. You're coming through it though. Terminations, new beginnings. You're coming away from this situation. And I think they're having to sort of, yeah, they're reviewing as well, but you're in a strong position here. You're in a very strong position here. You're kind of like having, whatever the conflict, I want to say, guys, whatever the conflict, you're having none of it. Not in a negative way. Let's draw, runes are chuntering away, so we're going to draw some more runes. Okay, first rune sitting on the Sun, the rune of fertility. Awesome. The rune of fertility, completion of beginnings. You need to wrap something up. Whatever you're processing, whatever the evaluation, whatever the reckoning and the weighing up. Completion of beginnings. That creates space for the new. Movement, and this is sitting with you, your energy, your card. Movement, the bettering of any situation. Sometimes this literally means moving. It's moving house, but it's the moving of you from one aspect of your life, or one, I want to say it's like the flow of beings into their new form. So it's kind of like if you've been wearing a role, you're stepping away from that role. You know that it no longer serves you. It doesn't work for you anymore. You're moving on. You are moving beyond where you have been. This is, again, bringing your ideas to life. Actually initiating steps. Remember, again, the rune of harvest. This is like such an affirmation that's carried in this rune. It's kind of like, you know, start to open doorways, start to initiate things, and the energy will be with you. There is a completion though that's taking place. Disruption. Okay, sitting on the energy of the King of Wands. The energy of this person, this is non-gender specific, but the energy of this person is that they kind of want something from you, but they are actually a little bit disruptive. I mean, I think they're a little bit tangled in their own stuff. There's quite a strong kind of feel about this card, but you really are having none of it. I think you're quite boundaried in yourself now. And despite all the Neptunian tossing you around on the waves. I think you have a clarity within you, or if you haven't yet got it as you first listen to this reading, I think during February you're going to gain it. And as I said, as we move into what is effectively your new year, Mercury in retrograde, I think is really, the energy of that, I think is going to work for you. It's just you need to tune in and slow down with it and really start to vision in. You know, create those vision boards. Really, really bring your ideas to life. Of all the readings for February, this is the one out of all the signs where I'd be saying, get that vision board out. Really, really go bananas. Step into your own space of dream time. And then relax. It's kind of practicing the art of allowing. Knowing that the universe will orchestrate around you. You'll be shown the way. You'll be shown the pathway. You'll be shown how to initiate. We're now going to draw from the Art of Manifestation cards. For anyone who's been following their progress, let's just bring up the first card. It's leapt out of the pack as I'm shuffling. Don't wobble. Are you having a wobble? Whether a minor one or a major one, this is completely understandable because you're facing tough choices. But deep inside yourself, you do know what you need to do. This card is here to validate your deeper knowing and the decisions that you are making. As you move forwards, your anxiety will ease and you will refine your balance. This is absolutely in tune with the energy of the Mercury retrograde. Let me just move the camera slightly this way, guys, so that everything is still in vision for you. That is so in tune with the wobble that we get when there's a lot of Neptune energy around. As I was just saying, but we also have the insights, we also get to be tuned into our deeper inner self, our higher self. Now, as I was just saying, anyone who's been following the progress of the Art of Manifestation Oracle cards, there is now actually an email list that you can put yourself on. People have been emailing me to ask because there was a delay in the production process. If you put yourself on the email list, it's in the information box below. Not only will I be able to update you as soon as we have a launch date, but you will also be able to reserve a pack and pre-order at a discounted rate. As I said, this is going to be a first limited edition run, so it's pretty exciting. Okay, and now we have a card, Course Correct. If an obstacle or diversion has interrupted your plans, this is the Mercury retrograde, this card is here to assure you that the delay is providential, bringing you an opportunity to pause and reassess in order to fine-tune your direction. Yeah, trust that you are going to be brought the guidance that you need. For me, of all the readings, and it doesn't surprise me given the astrology that's around with you guys, I would say of all the readings for February, you guys can be in a really, really, I want to say productive space of dream time. But it's connecting to your higher self, your deeper self, connecting to the divine. I feel as though there is so much insight, awareness, guidance potentially being brought to you individually. Tune into that energy. Very, very electric. Bring your ideas to life. Start visioning in. If there is a diversion, it's showing you something else that you need to see. Be very aware of synchronicities. As I said, if there's a hold up, really, really trust in that. There's purpose to it. Pisces, Sun in Pisces, Pisces Sun, Moon in Pisces, Pisces Rising, anyone cross-watching, guys, this is a very, I want to say, have a dreamy and yet simultaneously grounded month. You know, this evaluation period is important, the weighing up, the summing up. This is no lightweight affair, but it's purposeful, and we have the card of victory and the promise of harvest. There is work to be done, but you know, this is this space of sowing seeds, visioning in, and I believe there is a lot of divine guidance available to you. And whatever this conflict is about, yeah, just hold firm, Sit in your space of knowing. You are carrying the energy of the bettering of any situation. If this person is a little bit disruptive, even that is a good sign. Even that helps you to evaluate who they are and where they're at. But, you know, I'm kind of seeing you in a strong position here. So this is good. This is good. Pisces, so much love to you. Namaste.